All right, Jawa James here. I'm at Salt Lake Comic Con with Dean Plantamura at Anovos. We are checking out the very cool Anovos booth here. How are things going at Salt Lake Comic Con?
Well, Anovos is super excited to be here. This is actually the first time we've exhibited at Salt Lake, and it is a great con. I understand it's in its only second year, so it's in its infancy, but the fans have been so enthusiastic. And I love seeing a large number of the people attending in costume. And sometimes I think we get lost at some of these cons. It becomes too industry-oriented or whatnot, even though we are an exhibitor. But it's a fan-based and fan-run company. So Anovos is feeling right at home here. This is great.
Very cool. And so what did you bring here to Salt Lake Comic Con?
Well, so Anovos is a high-end costuming, licensed costuming business. We produce Star Wars, Star Trek, and Battlestar Galactica items. So everything you see here is wearable costumes. These aren't really intended to be static displays that sit in the corner of your room. Of course they could, but everything we design here is meant to be worn. So it has to be comfortable for the costumer. It can't pinch or bind. It has to fit you right. We also advise that anybody who purchases anything from Anovos goes ahead and gets it tailored and custom built. And just for that reason, for example, if you look over here, we have our Shadow Stormtrooper. So this is an expanded universe character, but not only do we offer it as a complete ensemble, but also as a kit. We know there's a lot of fans out there that like to build their own armor. And really, that's probably the preferred way to do it. I mean, there are groups like the 501st Legion and Rebel Legion who make their own costumes, and it's not just a matter of, that's one of the big questions that we get, is this something that that will gain me membership into a club? Well, that's not really our business, but if you build these correctly and it looks proper when you're wearing it, then we are hopeful that these are going to be really popular.
All right. So what did you bring here to show off at the show? We got the Shadow Stormtrooper here. When did this come out?
So the Shadow Stormtrooper is fairly new. I think that one's been out for a few months now. Now, one of the things you have to understand is that most of the products that Anovos releases are pre-order basis. So think of it sort of like a Kickstarter, where you're investing in a product early on. The earlier you purchase something in pre-order, the better deal you're going to get. So we have like a tier 1 price and a tier 2 price. So if you purchase something at tier 1, you're going to get a fantastic deal. Sometimes close to like 50% off what the MSRP is going to be. So you are going to have a longer wait. For example, this Vader back over here, a beautiful piece, but that's taken around a year really to produce. So it's not the type of store where you go online, you buy it, and you expect it in 2 weeks. Now we do have some items that are in stock, but the philosophy really is that you're helping build the product, and we take feedback from the fans. And like I said, we're all people who work at this company are costume and prop people to begin with. So those are the details we look for, and we hope to reproduce those here. And we're very fortunate to have the licenses to do it, especially for something like Star Wars, which is, of course, one of the big topics at the show. And I'll show you something here.
What do we got here?
So this is the First Order Stormtrooper helmet from The Force Awakens, Episode 7. We're really proud of this one. This is actually the first item that is publicly available from Anovos for Episode 7. This is a injection molded plastic helmet. Again, totally designed to be wearable versus a display. So it has an adjustable hard hat liner with a sweatband in the front. And the construction of this kind of looks like a model on the inside, the way that it snaps together. Now, we sell it as a complete helmet, but what you're seeing here are based on artifacts that we had access to of the actual screen-used helmets and computer files that were used to design this piece. So what you see on the inside is pretty much what is on the inside of the helmets that we're going to see in December for The Force Awakens. Extremely lightweight, but durable, and because of the injection molding process, we have a very even thickness of plastic all around, so there's no weak spots, and the detail is just phenomenal. I don't know if you can see this, but just like this honeycomb pattern here, all the edges are extremely sharp. So we're really pleased with the way this came out, and in fact, it might even open doors for us to consider doing some of the other helmets, original trilogy even, with the same method. Instead of traditional vacuum forming, we might go with something like this injection molded process. So this is actually available right now for pre-order. We're hoping to ship in January. These start right now at $200. We have a show special, which is free shipping, but you can get it online at anovos.com. And the price will go up $50 in October to $250, which will be the MSRP. But we're really happy with this one, and this is the one that's been probably our best seller.
All right, well, you better get this now, folks. So when I believe at Celebration you had some Anovos people and working with the 501st to be the First Order Stormtroopers up on stage?
Correct. So like I mentioned before, this is the first publicly available item. But we have been working with the 501st Legion, who is a worldwide costuming organization specializing in the bad guy Star Wars costumes. And obviously a lot of what you see here would appeal to them. So back behind the Shadow Stormtrooper, you can take a closer look there. There's the full armor on display for the Force Awakens Stormtrooper. Right now, we do not have an estimated release date. We're hoping sometime in 2016. And as you mentioned, the 501st, if you see them wearing this around, this is really a marketing kit. So this is something that we worked with the 501st, Lucasfilm, Disney, to kind of help promote the costume, promote the new characters, and we were fortunate enough at Celebration back in April to be the ones to actually reveal the entire costume in its entirety. Prior to that, we saw glimpses of it in the trailer, but here it is in its full form. But as I said, we're still fine-tuning details, and that's where the 501st is coming in and helping us tweak it. So again, that it's not so much for display, but we want it to be a totally wearable and comfortable costume.
Cool. Where can people find you?
Anovos.com, ANOVOS.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter.
All right. Well, thank you, Dean.
Yeah, no problem.